peeps, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode, other word synonymic for...
Synonymic? That's a... Wow, I'm surprised.
Episode.
I'm surprised you got that one to come out of your mouth.
That's what she said.
Playing some innuendo bingo over here.
Heyo.
Anyway.
This is Thursday for you peeps watching the show.
It is.
So, lo and behold, if you are a regular of our programming, then you know this must be the mid-week wrap-up.
It is.
And we had a pretty action-filled wrap-up.
There was a lot of matches between both shows.
Yeah.
So,
we're going to start off with the main event.
where we open up with a rematch from last week's main event.
So it's the opener of main event this week.
Yes. Yeah, the main event last week became the curtain jerker. This week we had Swagger and Henry teaming up to take on the Ascension. Swagger and Henry do make a really good tag team. I'll say that. Yeah. And now they're in a pre-show match at the Rumble for potentially 2 spots in the Rumble.
Yeah.
All right, where they'll be taking on the Ascension, the Dudley Boys, and Damien Sandow and Darren Young.
Please, why couldn't it have been Darren Young and Titus O'Neil?
You want Titus O'Neil in a match?
But if he's not in that match, that means he's in the Rumble.
Oh, gross. It's because they're trying to push him. Anyway,
push him out of the Rumble.
Swagger and Henry would end up picking up the win over the Ascension. Connor would get picked up and have that big spine buster slam that Swagger does, and they'd roll out to the ring. And then Victor would make the not so smart decision to try and crossbody Mark Henry, and would get hit with the world's strongest slam, and Swagger and Henry pick up the win. And we had JoJo interview the Social Outcasts because they are heading into a tag team match against the Dudleys in our main event of main event.
We found out that Adam Rose has nicknames and spirit totems for each.
Heath Slater,
Heathy
Baby is the Red Dragon.
Bobo.
Bo Dallas is the shark.
He is the the enchanted shark.
The enchanted shark. And Axeman, Curtis Axel, is the wild snowflake. And Curtis Axel did not like the fact that he was a snowflake.
He wasn't thrilled with it at first. I think he kind of grew into it a little bit.
Yeah. JoJo looked like she needed a shower after the promo.
Yeah.
And then Bo Dallas came back and said, Bo, leave.
That cleaned her up.
Yeah. Then we went into a singles match, which wasn't the best outing for these two.
No.
Because we've seen them go against each other many times in NXT. We had Neville taking on Tyler Breeze. It felt a little clumsy.
Yeah. It's one of those things, too, is it's so different from the style they wrestle on NXT. They didn't...
You think that's what it was?
Yeah.
It was too much WWE?
Yeah, it's being constrained to what WWE wants on their B-card show.
Yeah. I don't exactly remember the setup. I know that Neville was up on the top rope, and Tyler Breeze was trying to get back up to him and would try to attempt a superplex, but Neville would end up knocking him off, hitting the red arrow, and picking up the win for himself. Then we go to our main event where we have Heath Slater and Curtis Axel taking on the Dudley Boys,
Heathy Baby.
with Adam Rose and Bo Dallas in their corner.
Or as I like to call them, Drake and Flake.
Drake? Oh my god.
Hey, they can come up with Slater Gator. I can come up with Drake and Flake.
That's true.
It's me and Adam Rose. We tight, baby.
Oh man, this was good. I did enjoy this tag team match a lot. I like the fact that the Social Outcasts are getting to do something.
You know what I like about the Social Outcasts?
What?
That they got to win.
Yeah.
They
did.
The Dudley Boys.
Yeah, Bubba and Devon would go for the tables, and while Devon was on the outside, he'd actually get not necessarily distracted, but almost like...
cornered.
He'd get cornered by Adam Rose and Bo Dallas, and he didn't know what to do, and...
Bubba's like, what the fuck?
Slater had already been... I don't even remember what... Oh, Slater got hit with the what's up, which led into them getting the tables, but Curtis Axel was able to take advantage of the cornering on the outside, and he would roll up Bubba and pick up the win for the Social Outcasts. So
they've picked up 2 big wins since their formation, because now they've beaten the Dudley Boys and they had a collective win over Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah. They did
Not
lose...
a successful outing against the Big Show.
Or the Usos last week on Main Event.
But nonetheless,
2 weeks ago.
The Dudleys and Dolph Ziggler also big wins.
Those are definitely
in the collective caps.
Yeah.
Of the collective known as #Social Outcasts.
Alright, then we move on to NXT. And we open up with Sami Zayn taking on Adam Rose. Go figure. We're going from Adam Rose to Adam Rose there. This was a good match. I like this a lot. Sami Zayn, trying to pick up some momentum. All three members of the Triple Threat next week all have matches on this particular episode. But Zayn picks up the win against Adam Rose, hitting the complete shot and then making Adam Rose tap out to the Koji Clutch. A fantastic opening match.
Good chemistry.
And Samoa Joe's opponent, Johnny Gargano, would actually have some words prior to the match. He'd say that Samoa Joe's nothing but a schoolyard bully, and he knows how to handle schoolyard bullies, and that's walk up to the bully and punch him in the mouth. And as long as his heart's beating, Johnny Wrestling will not stop.
Yeah, Johnny Wrestling. All heart, Johnny Gargano.
And we find out that next week we're going to be having Jason Jordan and Chad Gable taking on Blake and Murphy, but we now know officially that Jason Jordan and Chad Gable will be going by the name of American Alpha. And they kind of stumble upon this name, realizing that they're both...
It was cute, but I think it took a little too long.
Yeah, they're the alpha males, and they both, they're both American, and Chad Gable was on the
American males, American. No? How come they couldn't have just done that?
Because that's already been taken.
No, I'm just saying they could bring that back. WWE owns WCW shit now.
We don't need them to bring that back.
Buff Bagwell could be there.
Fuck that.
Manager.
No. Moving on. We had Apollo Crews taking on Ty Dillinger. Not sure why we had this match. Good match though.
Yeah.
Great technical work between these two.
I almost thought you were going to say tag team work.
What?
I almost thought you were going to say tag team work.
Yes. The tag team of Apollo Crews and Ty Dillinger.
Yep,
and they fought each other.
In a tag team match.
No, Apollo Crews hits his big enziguri and then the toss powerbomb for the win. And afterwards, he challenges Finn Balor, not for a title match, because he realizes he hasn't earned one yet, but he just wants to see who would have won had Samoa Joe and Baron Corbin not got involved in their title match a few months ago.
Yeah.
So
that's going to be cool.
Yeah, that should be an exciting match.
Spoiler alert, Finn Balor accepted the challenge.
Yes, he did.
The one thing I think that surprised me a little bit about this match is the fact that I felt that Ty Dillinger might have been a bit more over with the audience than Apollo Crews was.
A little bit in this particular match, yeah, definitely. I think Dillinger is definitely in line for a push here pretty soon.
Oh, yeah.
With just how leaps and bounds he's gone from where he was in a tag team to being...
Just with the idea now that we're talking about the pre-show match for the Rumble we talked about, going over main event.
It should have been NXT people.
Well, no, I'm thinking about it, and I was like, okay, well, a lot of places I've been reading, the Dudleys and the Ascension and Mark Henry and Jack Swagger are all listed as participants in the Rumble.
Right.
Damien Sandow, some places. I haven't seen Darren Young.
Damien Sandow was on the... I think they were both on the stage when Vince and Stephanie were out there.
But if you're eliminating 6 of those 8 guys, that's opening up a lot of space.
So do you think they'll bring up NXT guys? Or
I'm hoping
NXT guys?
I'm hoping number 10 in the Rumble is Ty Dillinger.
Oh that would be brilliant.
Is it going to happen?
Probably
not.
But it needs to.
Would it be the perfect place to bring Ty Dillinger in?
Why not have number 10 be Ty Dillinger? Have number 11 be Big Show. Knock some people out, get eliminated, leave a couple really cool people in the ring, and then have number 13 be AJ Styles. Then have AJ have his You get Big Show knocking Ty Dillinger out, knocking a few people out, the collective elimination, then AJ comes out, and then you can get crazy with him and fucking somebody. I don't know. Neville.
He's fucking
Neville.
somebody in the Rumble.
He's fucking Neville in the Rumble.
Oh, that's weird. How about with really short babies with goofy voices?
I was gonna say, speaking of short babies with goofy voices, we had Blake and Murphy getting scolded by Alexa Bliss. No.
Which one of them is the short baby with goofy voice?
Alexa Bliss.
Okay.
No, they're getting scolded with the fact that they embarrassed Alexa Bliss while they were in London, but she realizes that in the match it did take like half of the tag team roster to defeat them, so she's hoping that they can pick up the pieces and really move forward and beat American Alpha next week, but she's going to lead by example by teaming up with Emma to beat Baymella.
That's Bailey and Carmella for those of you who don't know what hashtag Baymella means.
Then we had a really interesting...
Illuminati?
No, hashtag.
You gotta do more upwards so it doesn't look like you're going A symbol for Illuminati, but... Yeah.
We had the Vaudevillains go heel vignette, which was interesting.
Yeah, they just shook hands and then scowled.
And then their music kind of went wah, which was weird.
Wah.
Then we had the second participant in next week's Triple Threat, Baron Corbin, taking on the debuting Rich Swann.
Hey, I know that guy.
A fantastic match for Rich Swann.
Yeah.
He
played Don't Hit Me, Baron Corbin.
he was a lot
was very good
a lot
at
of
that
bob
game.
and weave. And Baron Corbin got to throw him around too. That 450 back body drop that he did. Baron Corbin had some fun with this.
They wanted to definitely push the flipping power that Rich Swann has, because
Mr. Standing 450.
Right before they did the 450 back body drop,
oh yeah, he had
Corbin dropped down and he did a front flip landing on his feet over Corbin.
Yeah, no, he got to show off. He got some really good offense too. He got a 2.5 count on Baron Corbin at one point. It was very close, but he would end up going for some sort of dive, which Baron Corbin would move out of the way of, and then hit him with the black hole slam. I'm not sure if
They call it the deep six.
The deep six.
Baron
Baron Corbin.
So deep.
Good lord. Baron Corbin would pick up the win. We had Baymella do an interview that ended up getting interrupted by Dash and Dawson, who just talked a lot of trash to Carmella because of Enzo and Cass.
Yeah, they're still pushing the Enzo and Cass story.
Well, we saw Enzo and Cass do their promo last week saying that next time they get a shot at the titles, it's going to be a different story, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, I guess they're just, I don't know, maybe they're just trying to make sure everyone realizes that's going to be a match. Not sure why, but hey, why the hell not? Then we had our tag team Divas contest where we had Emma and Alexa Bliss taking on
Booty Shorts.
Taking on Team Baymella. A good showing for all these ladies. Everyone had a good, their own good moment in the match. My favorite Bayley moment was when she told Dana Brooke to shut up. Because Dana Brooke was yelling a lot on the outside.
Yeah.
That was her claim to fame in this match. But Baymella ends up picking up the win. Emma gets tossed out of the ring, leaving Carmella in there with the other one, Alexa Bliss. And she would actually, very much the way Sami Zayn beat Adam Rose, she would hit the complete shot, but then she'd go into her leg submission.
Yeah, figure four headlock.
Which was a really cool setup for that move. I appreciated that a lot.
She saw Sami Zayn do it at the beginning of the night, and she's like, I can do that with
I want to do that one. So yeah.
She probably got to the back and they went, really? You just copied the opening match.
It's a different submission though.
Okay. By like one limb.
Yeah. It's the opposite end of the body. It's a woman. It was a tag team match, and it was the semi-main event.
Well, I didn't say they copied the match. I said she copied the finish.
But it was a different type of match. There's more people involved. But Then we move on to our main event, which is Samoa Joe taking on Johnny Gargano.
Samoan Joe versus John Boy. John Boy, you owe Dustin some of your WWF money.
Follow Sexy Chucky T on Twitter. I kind of expected more out of this match.
I did a little bit too, but
it wasn't bad by any stretch of the imagination.
I think they're just trying to build Samoa Joe up to be the monster out of the three guys who are in this match. Because, generally, almost any feud Baron Corbin is in, he's the big monster heel.
Yeah.
But I think they want Joe. Joe is to be presented as the big monster threat in this match.
Yeah, and I think they're definitely trying to build Joe back up with the fact that he's already lost to Finn Balor.
Yeah.
So Baron Corbin, out of the three of these guys, had the biggest moment in London.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn made his return, which was great, but Baron Corbin actually got a win at TakeOver. Samoa Joe losing in the title match. So yeah, I guess it makes sense to feed a few people to Joe.
Yeah, and I think it's the way they're distancing Joe and Corbin, because comparative to Sami Zayn, they're both kind of big monster heels.
Oh yeah.
So in a way, I'm thinking they put Joe and Corbin against similar sized opponents, and to show that Corbin struggled in his match,
especially against the debut of Rich Swann,
versus Joe, who was pretty dominant for a majority of the match.
Yeah, Johnny Gargano got a little bit of offense, but not nearly as much as Swann did against Corbin.
Really to put over the fact that, hey, Joe is better because he can go over more thoroughly on a guy who's more established, while Corbin had issues with a guy who was making his debut on TV.
Right. Yeah, and Johnny had his moments. He got to do his springboard DDT over the top rope. He had
a lot of enziguris.
Yeah, a lot of kicks. But yeah, Joe was just too much for him. He would end up going for the slingshot spear and get a face full of Samoa Joe's knee, and then Joe would pick him up, lock in the Coquita clutch, and Johnny Gargano would tap out. Lots of submissions. Johnny. A lot of submissions on this week's midweek wrap up. I just realized.
Yeah.
Which isn't a bad thing. We like submissions. So yeah, all three guys were successful in their singles matches, but next week they have that triple threat that will decide the number one contender to take on Finn Balor.
Oh, snap.
So, and speaking of next week's midweek wrap-up, we also have...
TNA.
No.
Good.
He watched it.
Last week.
He watched it, and he felt horrible afterwards.
I had to pump soap in my eyes.
Ow, that sounds painful.
Less painful than watching TNA.
Yeah, that's true. But no, next week we get the return of Lucha Underground.
What?
As it returns Wednesday, January 27th, and we will be reviewing it along with Main Event and NXT. And I'm excited for it. I'm excited for more awesome wrestling throughout the week.
Yeah.
I'm excited to talk about all those peeps that I like. There's a lot
of all of them?
Almost
all
all
the
of them.
peeps?
Almost all of them.
Is somebody you don't like? Who don't you like?
I didn't really like Tejano.
Oh.
I was iffy on him.
I didn't like Dabari.
Yeah, Dabari was neat. Hey, we're gonna get more Marty the Moth though.
I'm all for Mr. Marty the Moth.
Yeah. But that's it for this week's midweek wrap up. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe.
And click those links down in the description.
So many
we got
links.
Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr,
so many
Instagram,
links.
Reddit, emails,
so many
podcast. And
so many links.
For those of you listening on the podcast, thank you very much. Lots of listens on the podcast.
But watch
Check
us on YouTube
your
too.
Descriptions for the YouTube link as well.
You're gonna see pictures.
Subscribe. You can check out this ridiculous set we have here. There's just all kinds of shit going on.
Funko Pyramid.
Yeah, Funko Pyramid. We got all types of Roddy Piper. There's a ladder match going on over on this side. We got beat
Pinata
Triple H with a shovel over on the other side.
Pinata party.
There's all kinds of crazy shit going on. You don't even know what's going on back here.
Yeah. You wouldn't be able to handle it if you knew what was going on.
You wouldn't. But, with that being said, last thing you need to check out is the playlist. Because over there we have the Raw Review. We've got this midweek wrap-up coming up next. We have the SmackDown Rundown. We have Royal Rumble predictions. And then Indie News, where we'll talk about the first ever Evolve Tag Team Champions.
What?
And the first people to advance in the ROH Top Prospect Tournament.
What? Again?
So thanks for watching. We'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.
Oh, yeah. You know who advanced in the Top Prospect Tournament?
Oh, probably Colby Carino. He's a little small. I don't think he's gonna make it.
No. Other dude.
Action Ortiz?
No, the pale white one with the mohawk.
Oh, fuck Sheamus.
Yeah, fuck Sheamus.